Just a sample of the composition. My name is Amanda Todd, and there you see it, nominated for a 2018 Juno Award in Classical Composition. Carol Todd joining us on this all-important day, Pink Shirt Day, the movement. Thank you for being here. Your reaction, this composition to capture the legacy of Amanda?
It's very emotional for me, knowing that someone created a piece of grabbing Amanda's spirit and her thinking and her love of music, and watching it, just sitting there watching it, and the colors, and that was her. That was all encompassed. And Amanda always wanted to be out there in lights with her music, and unfortunately this is the way, but it's a good way. So the Junos will be really exciting.
Carol, I was just a young mom when Amanda died, but for me, as I was beginning my parenting journey, you became someone for me who was, over time, this iconic figure of motherhood and strength and bravery. And I've always wanted to ask you, and here I can today, how did you do it? How did you channel your grief to become this voice of change?
Well, for one, I'm an educator, and I've always advocated for my students, right? And so I think that gave me a piece of reflection in how what I needed to do. But I always feel that we are parents forever to our children, whether they're here or whether they're not here, or they're moved away, whether they're young babies or they're older in their 30s with their own families. We are still a parent, and we will do anything and everything we can to make sure that our kids and the memories that they have or whatever continue on.
As we key in on that point of education, and we have so many of us getting behind the Pink Shirt Day movement, people understand this is a thing of unification. What is the most consistent and effective starting point? I mean, you look at the theme of this year being cyberbullying. What is that starting point? Because you've been a champion that we need to be able to talk about mental health with our loved ones. How do we introduce that conversation in the healthiest way possible?
Well, you know, Pink Shirt Day is one of those days of awareness, and by no means is it only one day a year where you're pink. And there's other causes for mental health, right? There's May 7th, which is Mental Health Day across Canada, and you wear your green. And there's World Mental Health Day on October 10th, and you wear your purple. But those are the days that we can start the conversation, and then as we morph into other days, we continue the conversation, because we see it on ads on TV and on YouTube and on billboards and everything. And that's where you go, hey, you know what have you heard, or did you know that? And you make yourself more knowledgeable so you can have those conversation starters, because those conversations are so important to have all the time and to anyone. So in education, in the school programs, we need to make sure we have those conversations with the students that we teach. And in my school district, we have just brought on board a coordinator for mental health and wellness, and so that will be a plus for our school district in Coquitlam.
Carol, there's a lot of parents watching. I'm listening to you with open ears right now. What do you want parents of young children to know about the world of cyberbullying in 2018?
I think we need to fill, and this may sound so repetitive, right? We fill our world with kindness and respect and compassion, and those are the virtues. When we have small children, we make sure that, they say please, and they have to say thank you. And then as they get older, we need to continue that please, thank you, open the door, give up your seat on a bus or in a restaurant, or when you see someone who is vulnerable or having challenges, go help them and smile at them. And we forget those things, right? And so we need to make the virtues of respect more predominant in our life than the negativity. And so that was what I wanted out of Amanda's legacy and her story, was to morph the negative and make it turn the tragedy into a positive. And I hope I've done that. It's not without its challenges, but we continue. And so families need to sit together, they need to talk together. Cyberbullying, technology, talk about screen time, and parents need to learn about the effects of overuse of screen time, and then what we can do to pull away from that screen just a little bit at a time, because we say our kids are on it too much, but we have to reflect on how we use it as adults, and we are probably using it a lot. And we can make excuses excuses that we have to do it for work or whatever, but start with an hour a day and put it down and spend the time sitting watching a board game, or put a DVD into a machine and watch a movie the old-fashioned way.
Just create those moments.
Create those moments.
You've created a great legacy of education, a woman of worth, great distinction for you, and your chance at home to support a national initiative as money going towards great causes and the education. So we'll put that website, there you saw it, on screen, Amanda Todd Legacy, yourchance.org to learn more. Carol Todd, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Carol.